Welcome to the Medical Staff Voice Live. I'm Dr. Stan Frochtzwajg, Chief Medical Officer at Community Memorial Health System. And I'm joined today by Dr. Art Flynn. Welcome, Dr. Flynn. Thank you so much for being here.
Happy to be here.
Thank you. I would like to thank you for joining us today so our medical staff and community can learn more about your practice. In order to do so, we have a few questions that will enlighten us and give us better insight to you and your specialty. First of all, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What brought you to Ventura? What has been your training?
Well, I was born in Los Angeles at UCLA Hospital when my father was chief resident in general surgery. He ultimately established a practice in cardiovascular surgery in Redlands, California. So that's where I was raised. From there, after high school, I went to UCSD for college, then followed that with medical school at UC San Francisco. I stayed there for my general surgery residency, which was prolonged because it included 3 years of laboratory research in the middle of it. That was geared toward coronary physiology and cardiac surgery. I sort of saw the light at some point and decided to go into plastic surgery. I did that at New York University and spent 2 years back there, and then finally came out here directly after my training and joined Dale Armstrong. You remember him?
Sure do.
Worked with him for 5 years here across the street in the medical office building, and then he retired, and then I stayed on from there.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a long history here for us and for you as well. I know you've gone through a lot of changes. What treatments and procedures do you offer that the medical staff would want to know about? What ages do you treat? And what I'm most interested in is you are pivotal in our breast cancer reconstructive program, and I'd like to hear a little bit about that.
Thank you for asking about that. Yeah, throughout my career, I've been focused on primarily breast surgery and aesthetic surgery of the face, breast, and body. Plastic surgery is a very broad field, but most of us narrow down at one time or another, and that they've been my focus areas for many years now. What I'm doing here at Community is primarily is centered around, as you said, breast reconstruction following breast cancer therapy. In other words, mastectomy. So we have a variety of procedures that are specifically geared to specific clinical situations that we can offer patients for reconstruction of the breasts after surgical removal of the breast. That actually is quite a broad scope of procedures. It includes several sequential operations that occur over a period of up to a year following the mastectomy. It includes things like nipple reconstruction of the breast mound proper, revision surgery, etc. Frequently, a patient will have a unilateral or one-sided mastectomy and be left with severe asymmetry. So then we'll go and alter the contralateral breast to bring things into more symmetry. Of interest, insurance covers all of that, including the contralateral breast surgery.
Wow.
It's actually by state and federal statute. The patient has insurance, it is covered, and there's no time limit in that. So a patient can decide immediately to have surgery, reconstructive surgery, or they can wait 5, 10, 15 years, and it's still covered, as I mentioned, by statute.
Is it covered by most insurances or all?
All insurances.
Wow, thank you.
By law.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's very helpful. So patients don't have to worry about that. They don't feel like they're under the gun. They don't feel like they have to save up for it. It's part of their cancer therapy.
Wow. I know you do more than just that. Are you involved in any other areas that you particularly think people should know that you also have an interest in?
Well, I've been interested, and I have since coming here, in aesthetic surgery. So that would include facial surgery, facelift, eyelid surgery, rhinoplasty or nasal surgery, aesthetic surgery of the breast, which includes breast reduction, breast lift. There's been a lot of issues related to breast implants, as you know, and a lot of patients have had breast implants for now This morning, I operated on a patient who had her implants in for 40 years, and they were ruptured and they're causing difficulties. So it's not uncommon that I will remove the implants, remove the capsule or breast or the scar tissue around the implants, and then often either replace the implants or do a lift. So that's very common, and some of that's covered by insurance and some's not.
Thank you. That's really helpful for us to know. Can you give us an idea, where is your practice located?
My office is in the Coastal Communities Cancer Center building on the 2nd floor, so right here on campus.
Right here on campus, corner of Loma Vista and Brent. That's great. Thank you very much. That's one part of your life. The other part of your life, of course, are your family, outside interests, hobbies. Are you involved in any sports? So.
You sure you want to get me started on this one?
Well, maybe just an overview.
Okay. All right. Yes, I'm a lifelong avid surfer. I've spent the last 40, 50 years in the water several times a week. For a prolonged period of time, it included traveling to Fiji a few times a year as the camp doctor. There's a sought-after wave, we'll call it, down there, and so that was an important part of my time. I also am an avid cyclist, avid skier, rock climber, and I play music, and I love to listen to live music.
Wow, you have a diverse and broad spectrum of interests.
I didn't say I was any good at any of those, but I am interested in all of them.
Well, that's healthy approach to life in general.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our final segment is on this or that. And this is just kind of fun. So this is whatever comes to your mind, stream of consciousness. Toast or eggs?
Eggs.
Cardio or weights?
Cardio.
Scary movie or comedy?
I'll take comedy.
Me too. Email or a written letter?
Fast becoming a thing of the past, but definitely a written letter.
I share your sentiment. Office day or surgery day?
Surgery.
Thank you. I can understand that coming from a surgeon. Thank you for tuning in to learn more about Dr. Art Flynn. For more information on all the services and specialties offered at Community Memorial Health System, visit cmhshealth.org and be sure to like and subscribe for more from your community health system. Thank you so much.
All right, we did it.